Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Josh here with Bees in the Weeds. I trust that all of you had a joyous and very nice Easter celebration. I know we did here at the Scott household. My daughter is 4 years old, so the whole Easter basket, and then of course finding the eggs was quite the thrill for her. And it's just exciting as a parent to watch your young child just have so much fun trying to find eggs. My older boys, not so much. My 17-year-old boy was like, I'll pass, I think I'm good. And my middle boy helped his little sister find some eggs, so he kind of got a kick out of that. So anyway, we had a good time. It was a good Easter. What are we going to do today? Well, from my last video, you all had some really good comments and feedback, which I really appreciate. And my buddy Alan, who lives out in California, has a YouTube channel, Autumn Hill Bees. Check it out. Had a good suggestion, which I hadn't really thought about. He's like, Josh, with that one strong colony that you have, why don't you try the Demaree method? And I'm like, yeah, actually, that makes sense. Like, I've never done Demaree before. I'm very familiar with it. I've watched videos about it, read about it. I understand the purpose, help strong colonies, prevent them from swarming. And you can wind up with quite the honey yield from said colony if they don't swarm on you. Well, that's exactly what I'm looking to get out of my one strong production colony that I have left in the apiary, right? I want to get as much honey out of that colony as possible, so why not try the Demaree method? Historically, I've just shied away from doing it because it seems very labor intensive. You have to manipulate frames, you're moving stuff around. You have to come back, 7 days later-ish, and you have to make sure that you pinch or kill or cull or harvest any queen cells that were created, emergency queen cells, as a result of the brood being separated from the queen. So I've just chosen not to do it. But maybe this is going to be some sort of silver lining. Maybe this is going to be the greatest thing I've ever done, and it's just going to produce a ton of honey like I hope it will. And I become a believer in the method, and the juice is worth the squeeze, so to speak, and all the manipulation that's required pays off. I don't know. The jury's still out, but I'm going to find out. Sorry, you can tell it's spring because constantly having to clear my throat and stuff with this allergies. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to I'm not going to try. I'm going to Demaree split that colony. So I had to draw out a little note for myself, just mentally kind of preparing how I want to do this. And so in that current setup, I have a deep and a medium brood chamber that was overwintered. Now, and then on top of that, I've placed 2 honey supers. I don't think the honey supers have much of anything in them. I'm not even sure we're technically in the flow here yet in Kentucky. We're on the cusp of it for sure. But I don't expect there to be much wet nectar in either of those supers. If there is, great, fine. Who cares? I really don't expect that the queen's gone up in there and started laying. I suspect she stayed down in that lower deep and medium brood area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out new equipment. I'm going to take the Apiary bottom board that I have with the slatted rack. I'm going to get one of these deeps sitting behind me that I've installed a queen right dial on. I'll explain that later. We'll talk about that in another video, but I did put a few of those on. And then I'm going to take that equipment out, grab a couple of super bodies, because I'm going to have to transition from the Lyson over to a standard Langstroth, because the Lyson setup that I have, to my knowledge, they're multi-frame. Either they didn't send one to me, or it does not come yet with a queen excluder. And I need a queen excluder for this Demaree method. So I got to switch back to the Langstroth, which is going to give the bees a little bit of confusion because I'm going to change the color of their colony on them, but I'm going to put it in the exact same location. So effectively, all those foragers are going to be able to smell and figure out that, yes, this is their colony, even though it looks different. But what I've got here is I'm going to put a deep in the bottom. I'm going to put one of those green brood boxes. I'm going to take okay, so here's the game plan. I'm going to go out there to the apiary, take the supers off, take the medium brood box off, set it aside. The queen could be in there. I'm going to go through the deep, hopefully find the queen. You have to find the queen for the Demaree method. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if I don't find her in the deep, I'm going to have to go look for her in the medium. But hopefully she's in the deep on a frame, and I'm going to take one capped brood frame from that existing deep, and that's going to go into the new deep box, okay? And the queen's going to go in there with it. There seems to be a debate on whether you want capped brood in there or uncapped brood. I could see advantages to both. If it's capped brood, all those nurse bees are going to emerge. All those bees are going to emerge very soon, and they're going to be right there to take care of the queen, right, as she starts to backfill. If it's open brood, you're going to have more nurse bees down there with it, but, you know, I'm not sure it matters that much, but I'm new to this, so please let me know your thoughts. Here's my plan, though. I'm going to go with the capped brood. I'm going to try to find some capped brood, put it down there in the bottom with the queen. 2, frame 1 and frame 10 of honey. The capped brood that I steal from out there with the queen on it in the middle, and the remaining 7 frames are just going to be drawn comb. On top of that, I'm going to put the green box, and I'm going to take 10 frames of drawn comb, which is what I've been prepping over here behind me that you saw in that previous video. I'm going to put that on top of the deep. So this queen now has mounds of room to lay in, right? She's got 7 frames in the deep and 10 frames of a medium to lay in. Queen excluder on top of that. Honey super on top of that. Another honey super on top of that. So I'm going to put 2 honey supers in the middle. 9 frames. I'm still going to space them out. And then on top of that, I'm going to put a new deep, another deep. And that deep is going to get the 9 frames of brood and food that I took out of the bottom deep, and I'm going to put that up top. And then inner cover, outer cover, and I'm debating. I don't think I'm going to open any super entrances. I think I'm just going to leave an opening at the very top, the inner cover hole, because there's going to be drones that are up inside. You probably can't really see it well on the camera, but there's going to be drones that are up in that deep, the frames that I moved up, and they're not going to have the ability to go down through the queen excluder to get out, so they need a way to get out. So I do plan to have an upper entrance. I don't know if I'm going to do the notch, or I'll probably just do the notch and call it good, and then not necessarily open any of the supers up. And so then, here's the critical key according to everyone that I've read and talked to. 7 days later, you have to come back and you have to destroy the emergency cells that the bees are inevitably going to create because there's so much gap between their queen and the brood up here. You've tricked the bees into thinking that they've swarmed. That's effectively what you've done. And so they're going to be pretty far removed from that queen mandibular pheromone. They're going to think they're not queen right, and they're going to start making emergency queen cells up here. You have to come back and cut those out, because if not, guess what's going to happen? They're going to swarm. They're going to swarm with one of those virgins, 2 of them, who knows. And the whole point of this Demaree method is to prevent swarming and to keep your massive colony population, or to create a massive colony population so that you can create tons of honey. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole reason why you're going through all this madness of manipulation and labor intense. You have to come back and pinch those queen cells. And you better make sure that you find every single one of them. So my game plan is to come back and remove those frames, shake all the bees off, and examine the tar out of them. And any queen cell that's in there, I'm going to pinch. So then, after 7 days, there are no more eggs up there in that top deep that the nurse bees can convert into queens. So that upper deep is now hopelessly queenless, so to speak. And allegedly, the bees will start to backfill that with nectar as that brood emerges, and it's just supposed to be a mega colony, just have tons of bees. Now, in theory, you can do this split again later on. I don't know or think I'm going to do that, but you can just do the same thing again. You're moving brood from the bottom all the way to the top, and my understanding is you can just get these absolutely ginormous colonies that just produce loads of honey. I'm just going to try it once for now, and we'll see if I have an urge to do it again later. But I really don't want this colony to swarm on me anyway, because it's my one strong colony that I have left. And so I figured it's a good time to try this Demaree method. So that's the game plan. trying to think if there's anything that I've missed or forgotten about. So I don't think so. Again, first time me trying this. I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes. You know, like I've told you guys many times, constructive criticism, I'm all about it. Any tips, tricks that you can comment and tell me about, all about it. You know, and hopefully I don't do anything absolutely moronic and dumb. But it seems like a good game plan to me. So I'm going to give it a try. So let's go ahead and get the smoker lit. Let's get suited up. Let's get the UTV loaded with the equipment. Let's get out here in the bee yard and let's do a Demaree split. All right, I think we're ready. I've got the new bottom board out here, the new deep. It's got 9 frames in here, ready for a 10th. That's going to have the queen and the capped brood on it. I've got some empty supers that I'm going to transition these frames into, because again, this licensed stuff, it's somewhat compatible with the Langstroth, but I'm just going to switch it out. And then I have the new deep that most of the brood is going to go into up on top, queen excluder, inner, outer cover. I think I have everything. Smoker lit. We should be good to go here. So here goes nothing. Let's give this a let's give this a whirl. Oh yeah. I mean, I think this colony's quite strong. Now again, the queen could be anywhere in here. I don't expect her to be, but I've been fooled before. That's for sure. So, at least at first, I'm just going to pull these top 2 supers off and start looking for in the bottom 2. Bees are in here, though. It's a pretty strong colony. I'm just hoping. Pretty calm. I just hope she's not running around. There's lots of white wax. Fresh wax. I mean, there's a queen cup. God, are they already preparing to... There's nothing in it, though. So let's keep looking for her. I might have jinxed myself. Getting a little agitated. That's the downside of really big, strong colonies. There's lots of drone brood in here. Trying to find a needle in a haystack with these queens, it's one of the things I really liked about singles. It's just a lot easier to find her. A lot easier. Okay. Lots of drones running around. All right. Yeah, they're agitated. Definitely jinxed myself. So let's see if we can find her. Trying to be careful here. Yeah, there's nectar in this frame. Lots of drones. So I'd say we are flowing. I wasn't quite sure till I got in here if my colonies, if there was any nectar. All right, let's take a look at this next one. Didn't see her on that one. This looks like mostly capped honey. Plenty of drones. No sign of a queen yet. And we'll leave this one out. All right. Come on, Your Highness. Where are you? If I remember correctly, it should be a blue dot queen in here from last year. I think that's what I saw. Yeah, there's fresh nectar right there. I'm gonna try to do this quickly. It's like 65 out here, so it's not It's a little cool. Not terrible, but yeah. Okay, there's eggs. So she's in here. Now it's just a matter of finding her. Okay, I don't see her yet. Lots of open brood on this one. Tells me she was here recently on that frame. Let's see what we got in here. I wish that wind would chill. All right. That's a bunch of drone brood. Is there? Yeah, okay, there's... I was like, well, you guys see it on this side, the worker brood. I'm like, for the love of God, don't tell me I have a drone laying queen. No, that pattern looks really good there. All right, where are you? Where are you? Where's Waldo? Find the queen. Sorry, this isn't going to be very exciting for you all at home, watching me try to find her. They're a little testy. All right, come on, she's got to be on here, right? Come on, let's get lucky. This is almost completely open brood here. They're really running around on the comb, which I'm not crazy about. But maybe that means they're good honey producers, right? This is all open brood. I mean, she's laying a beautiful pattern, that's for sure. A really nice pattern. All right, let's keep looking. I really hope she's not up in that medium and I have to go through that whole dumb thing. I'd rather not. It's going to be my luck, though, isn't it? I'm telling you, it's going to be my luck. Yeah, that's all eggs in here. Now, she's doing a good job. They're just not thrilled to see me, though. Started out somewhat calm. Come on. Lots of eggs. Ah, that wind. Man, this would be a perfect frame to be on, Queenie. Where are you at? It's just wall-to-wall brood. She may be in that medium. She may have ran out in these deeps already. Just thinking through this out loud, I guess if I can't find her, I can shake all the bees down. And that'll ensure that... Oh, God, what an exercise that would be. Considering she... I mean, in theory, she could be up in one of those supers. I really doubt it, but... one of the honey supers. This is all bee bread, pollen. I don't see any eggs here. Maybe she's on the other side. Of course not. It'd be too easy, wouldn't it? I'm not loving this wind. I didn't know it was going to be this breezy out here. I'd have chosen a different day. It sure is nice and sunny. come on, make an appearance. Ridiculous. All right, guys, we're gonna have to go through the medium box. Yay. Isn't that gonna be fun? Let's see if she's there. They're getting a little irritated. I'm getting a little irritated. I was really hoping I would find her in that bottom beat. She's probably still in there. I just missed her. Yeah, that's fresh capped honey is what that is. Very clear. Very clear. Is there any? Nope, no larvae up in there. Let's set this one down. I don't know, guys. I can't imagine doing this like 10 or 15 times. If you wanted to do a bunch of Demarees, I don't know. It's just, it stinks that you have to find the queen. It's not that you just find evidence that she's still in there. You've got literally have to find her. Make sure she's down in that bottom. Which is annoying. I see drone brood here. All right, is she here? Come on, come on, come on. Where are you? Where are you? That's a lot of drone brood. On the bright side, this population is going to get really big. I don't see any swarm cells yet, just practice cups. Yeah, I mean, this is just like wall-to-wall capped brood. I would have thought she's down in that deep where all the eggs are. Again, she probably is. I just missed her. This is just, I mean, that's a beautiful frame. Look at that. Very nice. I like her laying pattern. I don't like that she has her invisibility cloak on. This looks like emerging brood that they're backfilling. I don't see eggs in it. Yeah, they're backfilling this with nectar. I may have to just turn the video off, guys, because I doubt you want to sit there and watch me do this for God knows how long it's going to take me. Jeez. They're annoyed, but they're not actively trying to sting me, so I do appreciate that. They're just kind of bouncing off me here and there. Now that is a practice cup. I don't see her on that. Okay. Festooning it a little bit. Yeah, those are practice cups. I don't see anything. They're not charged, Dave. So that's good. As far as a timing consideration, this is the right time. It's they have not already decided to swarm yet. I'll be darned if I'm having a hard time finding her. That's the way it goes at times, isn't it? See, this entire medium box is just loaded. I really doubt she's in those supers. I really doubt it. I mean, she could be, but man, I doubt it. It's just all drone brood. Well, poop. Back to square one, guys. Really annoying. I feel a little more confident that she's not in here now, so I'm going to set it back aside and really try to look again. I'm just going to leave that one there. Well, I'll put them back in. I do need to transfer them. Oh shoot, that's one thing I forgot. I'm gonna have to pause the video anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it, guys. You don't need to watch me do this. I'll be back when I find her. All right, I can't find her, guys, so we're gonna have to move to plan B here. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use this box. This frame out as a funnel, and I'm gonna shake each frame of bees down in here because I'm not sure what else to do. Take these out and then hope that I get her down in here. She could be in those honey supers. I guess I'll find out after I keep shaking, but that's my plan. You guys can tell me in the comments why it was stupid or why it won't work. I'm just thinking off the top of my head here. When you can't find the queen, what do you do? This is the only thing I can think of. So we're gonna start. We're gonna look on each frame again real quick. Then I'm gonna start shaking bees. So I don't see her on that one. Okay. Just put it right back in here. Check this one. Don't see her there. Don't see her there. Shake, shake, shake. Really disliking this wind. What's that? No, that's not right. She is marked blue. You'd think that blue dot would stand out, huh? Apparently not. Kind of annoyed. All right, well, not on this one. Shake. Shake, shake, shake. Definitely making them mad now, aren't I? Nope. I mean, I know there's a ton of bees in here, but I am surprised I can't find her. Usually pretty good at spotting the queens, especially when they're allegedly marked. So that's a nope. And we continue. Wasn't planning to shake a bunch of bees today, but what happens when she has her invisibility cloak on. It literally is a game of Where's Waldo. I mean, it literally is. And that was nectar that just splashed out. So, yep, we are flowing here. At least the start of it. Da 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 da. Mm-hmm. I don't see you. Whatever. Really annoyed that I have to do this. I shouldn't be, but I am. Whatever. All right. Well, now I have to get the rest of them out. I guess she could be on the sidewall, right? Super annoying. So where did I put that other? Okay, so I've got the deep there. Trying to see if I can see the bees going down. Looks like it. So now we'll go through these mediums and shake all them down too. It's really not what I wanted to do. Okay. Where to put my hive tool? This video is going to be a lot longer than I wanted it to be. Nothing on that one. Do admire her handiwork. Oh, a beautiful looking frame. Yeah, nectar just splashed out on that one too. Starting to realize why I've been opposed to the Demaree method. This is labor intensive. I sure hope it pays off. Good Lord. If I was doing this with the singles, it'd be a lot easier, I think. You know, finding the queen usually is easier. Jeez. Last one here. All right. Now we go through the freaking supers, I guess. Surely she's not in here. That's just nectar up here, guys. Exactly what you would expect to be up here. Nice nectar. I just think these are all foragers, but I'll just shake them anyway. I'm looking to see if I see any eggs. I just see nectar. She ain't up here laying. I mean, she could still be up here, but she'd be in like no man's land, I guess. There she is. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? I mean, really? Come on, man. What is she doing up here? Miss Blue Dot. What are you doing up here? I mean, seriously. Yeah. All right, let's get you down in here. Good grief, you made this a pain. Thank you very much. All right, where'd she go? There she is. All right, she's down there now. For the love of God. And stay down there. Bah. I'd like to use some choice words right now, but I'm going to refrain from doing that. All right, she's in there. I need a good frame of capped brood. Da-da-da-da-da. Where did I have one of those? Was it here? See, a lot of it's uncapped. Not sure it matters so much because she's been laying up in that medium. Let's just put this frame of open brood down here and we'll call it good. Okay, watch out. All right, get this. Well, she got room to lay now. Go right ahead, Your Highness. Have at it. I'd have lost a lot of money betting that she was not in one of those supers. I'd have lost a lot of money. All right. And even more drawn comb. All right. So this is, again, all those brood frames. Lots of drawn comb. She can come right up in here and just start slamming them, which I hope she does, because I want lots of bees, even more than what we see here. Now, queen excluder. keep her butt down there. Watch out, watch out. Okay. Okay, now I gotta think through this. Now, I need a super on. So let's do, we'll just pick the blue one. Oh, nope, see, I'm already messing up. Already messing up, guys. We need the brood. Okay, what am I doing here? I need the brood frames in here, right? The ones that she's... Yeah, see, I'm already getting out of sorts here. So the brood frames that are in there need to be where these brood frames are. So I got to take these out. Got to take these out. Didn't think about that. That's okay. They will get used. Not here, but they'll get used. Okay, make sure Queen's not running around anywhere. No queen, no queen, no queen, right? No queen, no queen, okay. Shake, 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 no queen. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Sorry, guys, I had to. Had to do it. Had to do it, sorry. All right. We're just gonna set this one. I mean, this is just a cluster. That is just a cluster. Because I have to transfer that after I put these brood frames in, right? So let's go ahead and put frame number 1 in here. Maybe I can move a couple of them at a time. I'm not worried about pinching my queen now, so that's a good thing. How long have I been doing this? I mean, how do you guys do this with multiple colonies? I mean, I'm sorry, but my suspicion is turning out to be correct. This is a lot of work. A lot of work. For one colony. I mean, what are we doing here? Don't fall. Okay. That's nectar. Done with this. That's going over by the UTV. And I need a frame. No, that's that honey. I'm missing a frame out of there. This looks good. Strong comb. We'll go with that. Now. Right? I think we're good. If Josh can find where he laid his hive tool. You idiot. Does anybody else do this? No, let's go ahead and put the queen excluder on, right? There it is, it fell. This is why they make those magnetic thingy-majiggers. Now, see, once again, I really want to transfer these frames into this deep and then shake those bees out. That's what I'm wanting to do. All right, so these brood frames go in this deep. Because there's still quite a few bees in here, guys. But with this method, all the nurse bees that are in that bottom deep should come up to be with this brood. And it tricks them into thinking that they've swarmed. At least that's what I'm told. Okay. So now let's set this off to the side a little bit. I really hope that brood doesn't get chilled. It's not that cold out here. I'm gonna put this frame in. Frame of food. This better produce the most honey I've ever seen in my life, or never again. Not trying to be a whiner or anything, but good grief. That was not enjoyable. Boy, I made a mess now, didn't I? All right, foragers, come on back. There's. I'm so confused. What is going on? At least they're all they are finding the entrance. It's good news. Okay, I think now I can finally put the queen excluder on. Right? Okay, now, first super, blue. Super frames. Here we go. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. There. All right. So in hindsight, I didn't need to shake all those bees down there because I finally found the queen, but I'm curious, is that what you all would have done? Okay, it is still recording. Never know. The thing likes to shut itself off at times. Okay, so I think we're good there. Next super, right? Same thing. You transfer all of these to there. Ta-da. Have I made any glaring mistakes yet? There's some drone brood up there. Like I said, it's first time for me doing this, so I expect to be doing something wrong. A lot of bees here. I'd like to just move them all at once. Oh yeah, there we go. These are all foragers anyway. Well, no, there's some nurse bees up here because there's brood. Okay. What's wrong with that? I hope this isn't boring at home for you guys. Or maybe it's comedy hour. Maybe you guys are laughing your butts off. I don't know. Just glad I could entertain. Happy to entertain. All right. Now, the last brood box, right? With all the brood in it. That allegedly, all these bees, these nurse bees should come up and get. I hope. And let's give them a good frame of food here. Oh, dang it. God, I'm not sure I've ever had a colony this tall in my apiary. Funny. Funny. So, nice big full frame of food here. I don't really think they need it, but they're getting it. Right up here by the brood. God. Okay. All right, nurse bee, smell that brood and come get it. A little drone larva. I should have checked it for mite. Dummy. Clean this up a little bit. All right, guys. Holy moly. I think that's it. At least I certainly hope so. I'll put the notch down so drones can get out that are above the queen excluder here. I think most of them are already in the bottom. I mean, I shook darn near every bee down there. And put the top on, the BRB feeder. Of course, we're not feeding now. Push it forward. Oh, I lost one of my little plugs out here. He has fat chance that I find that. For the oxalic acid, I'll have to go get one and plug that up later. What are we thinking? Did I do okay? Boy. Well, they seem to have found their entrance anyway. They're nasing offing there. So the queen's... Oh, let's talk about this queen right dial real quick. So Jason Crook, and I'm sorry, I forget the other guy. He might be one of the stream team members. Invented this little queen right dial thingy. Look at that. And essentially, it just helps you keep track of the status of your colony. So we saw there on camera that that is a blue dot mated queen. It's a mated queen. So the different options here are mated queen. There's a swarm cell in there. There's no queen or no cells. There's a virgin queen. And there's a super seeger cell. Well, we got a mated queen in here. And then this is just what year was she born. So she's a blue dot queen, which means she was from last year, years ending in 0 or 5. And so now I can just quickly look at the front of this and say, this colony is queen right, and it's a queen from last year. Rather than trying to do all that stuff with the bricks and the orientation, and this means that, and this means this. This is meant to just be a quicker, easier way to do it. First time using it, I'll let you know what I think. Not that there's really more to think about. I think it's cool. We'll see how they hold up in the elements, in the weather. I got a mess to clean up now. But, sorry, but that just looks hilarious. But hey, man, if this works, I won't poo-poo it as much. Because that was a lot of work. That was like almost an hour of my time on one hive. I'm sorry, but it better pay off. So the idea is, brood up here is going to emerge, and they'll backfill this with nectar. They're going to fill this with nectar, fill this with nectar, and in theory, I could get 2 stuffed supers and a deep full of honey with an absolutely massive colony, because she's going to start laying like crazy here and here. And if I'm super duper, super lucky and fortunate and blessed, I may even be able to put on a 4th super, depending on how large this colony gets. I've not had super large colonies like this in my apiary. I've been kind of opposed to it, which is why I was kind of a fan of singles. But if this works, hey, who am I to reinvent the wheel, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broken, it ain't working, then fix it. But anyway, okay, I think that's it. I think that's enough for this video, right? You guys are probably bored to tears at home. I don't know. Hopefully that was somewhat educational, entertaining / comedic. I don't know. But 7 days from now, I'm going to come back out here, and I'll shoot a video, and I'm going to go through all 10 of these frames here, and I'm gonna cull any queen cell that's in here. I probably need to also check the supers, because I just saw drone brood. I didn't necessarily see any worker brood, but if there's an egg up here and it's a female egg, they can turn that into a queen, and that'll screw the whole thing up. You've got to make sure, and what I plan on doing is coming up here and shaking all the bees off each frame, examining it, pinching any queen cells, and just really going through this with a fine-tooth comb, because otherwise I did all of this for nothing. So, all right, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, or at least it gave you a good laugh and a chuckle, please give it the thumbs up. God bless you and your bees. I hope you guys have a great one, and we'll see you on the next one.